started in high school as a little kid selling nickel bags to my other friends. You know, we grew up in the 60s. And in the 60s, in Miami especially, everybody was selling marijuana and then starting to be involved in offloading traders, offloading other people's loads. It was just the transshipment point for 90% of the marijuana coming in from Colombia and Jamaica at the time. So as an entrepreneur growing up in South Florida, that was the thing of choice that we all went into.
When do you realize, okay, I'm not just, selling a little bit of nickel to my friends. I am the king of pot.
Well, the king of pot didn't come until much later. Okay. So back then, we decided, look, it's just a progression of how you grow any business. You start little, and if you're successful and you're good and you work hard, you end up selling more and more and more. George here, he was the Duke of Dope. It was his nickname. And we nicknamed him that later after they nicknamed me the King of Pot. He said, well, if he's the King of Pot, and I'm the Duke of Dope. So I remember George and I used to work 22 hours a day between the two of us. I think I would stay up late. You get up early in the morning?
No, I stayed up late. You got up early.
I got up real early in the morning, and then we would go to bed early, and then he would continue working. So between the two of us, we were selling marijuana 22 hours a day, and you can't help but be successful when you do that.
Big.
How did you keep your cool knowing that what you're doing was essentially illegal?
George, how do we keep our cool? Come here, you gotta help me answer this one.
I do gotta jump in on this one. We were pirates. We did it for the fun of it, for the excitement. I mean, back then, you really could literally get away with anything. I drove a white Fury 3 Chrysler. Looked like an American car. I had 500 pounds in the trunk. I'm delivering 50 pounds here and there, and I'm driving by and the cops are waving at me. Okay,
I remember I got in an accident with my son. I slammed on some guy cut in front of me, and I slammed on the brakes, and I have a couple bales in the truck, and I was so pissed off at this guy because my son fell forward and hit his head. I started chasing him, called the cops with the bales in the back of my trunk. It was wide open when we started.
Yes, it was.
It tightened up seriously.
Wide open
after
enough
that.
to go to Miami International Airport, open up the back of the truck to grab 2 large American Tourister suitcases with a bunch of black bags and a bunch of baby powder sitting right there, and a policeman walk up and say, "Can I give you a hand?" Yeah, go ahead. 80 pounds of the best, probably some of the best marijuana from Colombia we ever had.
Wow.
Went to San Francisco, and the cop helped us out all the way.
Miami's fine.